Okay, let's just think about this for a second. How do you actually lose a battleship? I mean, not misplace it like, your keys, but have it built right under everyone's noses, disappear completely, and then get stolen. That's the wild premise of our deep dive today.
Pretty out there, isn't it?
Totally. We're jumping into Harry Harrison's classic sci-fi short story, The Misplaced Battleship.
It's got this amazing con man, a huge galactic mystery. Just brilliant stuff.
And our mission here really is to unpack all those layers, the deception, the clever detection, those twists you just don't see coming. We want to explore how this one agent, Slipper Jim DeGriz, figures out this massive conspiracy on this planet.
Yeah, not just what happened, but how. How could something so enormous be hidden, built, and then whisked away without the galactic authorities noticing?
Exactly. It's more than just a lost ship story. It's kind of a masterclass in misdirection, the psychology behind a really big con. And it all kicks off with Jim DeGriz. Great name, right? Slippery Jim. He's this ex-criminal sort of grudgingly working for the Special Corps now, stuck doing paperwork like soul-destroying record-keeping.
Oh, the worst.
But he is Slippery Jim, and his boredom, it leads him to stumble onto something absolutely huge.
Yeah.
So picture this. Jim DeGriz, our guy, he's in his boss, Inskip's private quarters, middle of the night.
Not exactly standard procedure.
Definitely not. And he's got this large glossy pic, like a photo or a blueprint maybe, and a claim that's about to seriously ruin Inskip's sleep.
And the key thing here is how he found it. He's supposed to be doing routine administration work, right, for training. But he's actually using the categorizer memory machine, the CNM.
Ah, the CNM.
Yeah, this beast of a machine basically inhales news, reports, everything from every single planet in the galaxy. Think of it like the ultimate galactic Google. And DeGriz, well, he used it to look for weird spaceship stuff.
And he finds these blueprints. They look pretty normal on the surface, like an ordinary heavy cargo and passenger job.
Right. But Jim knows ships. He looks at it and thinks, hang on, this thing is just too big for the use intended. It guzzle fuel like crazy. Makes no economic sense to build it new. So,
why?
That's the question.
And this is where his, let's say, unique background kicks in. Anyone else might just flag it as inefficient. DeGriz sees. Well, he smells a rat. He thinks there's intent there.
So he uses the CNM again?
Yep. Compares it to ships of similar size throughout history. At first, it only finds, 6 matches. Old colony ships, mostly. But then Jim does something. Well, very Jim. He disables the time interlock.
Of course he does.
Lets it search all of history. And bingo, a perfect match pops up. The giant Warlord-class battleships from the old Empire days. A class of ship everyone thought was scrap metal 1,000 years ago.
1,000 years, wow. So it's not just an odd ship, it's a ghost. Yeah. And then he figures out how they hit it.
Exactly. He sees how the stodgy freighter becomes the fast battle wagon. Just minor tweaks needed, change the engine specs, see the superstructure, obviously just tacked onto the plans, gets thrown away, and turrets go there instead.
Boom. Identical hulls otherwise. Just genius camouflage, hiding in plain sight by looking boring and slightly wrong.
Okay, so he's got the proof. He bursts into Inskip's room, wakes him up, probably not gently, shoves the picture in his face, and oh yeah, holds a massive .75 caliber recoilless gun on him.
As you do. Standard office communication for Jim.
Inskip's obviously like, what? No way, the last one was scrapped 1,000 years ago. But then he sees the proof, and the sleepiness vanishes pretty fast.
And adding to the weirdness is where it's being built. Cittanuvo. It's described as an ideal League planet. Peaceful, booming economy, no enemies, plenty of resources.
No motive at all.
None whatsoever. Which makes you ask, why would this place, of all places, be secretly building a superweapon? It's almost too perfect a cover story.
It really is. If you want to hide something huge, you don't put it somewhere obvious. You put it in the place no one would ever suspect. So DeGriz, who's supposed to be sidelined, has found this conspiracy that just doesn't add up.
But Jim knows, right? Sometimes the things that make the least sense are exactly where the truth is hiding.
Okay, so Inskip is now fully awake, probably needs a stiff drink, but he acts fast, sends DeGriz straight to Cittanuvo.
With strict orders, though.
Oh, yeah. Reconnaissance only. Observe. Report back. Don't stir things up.
Which we all know means Jim's immediately going to stir things up.
Absolutely. So he arrives on Cittanuvo, not sneaking around, but as... who is it? Grand Duke San Angelo. Super rich, super flashy.
Classic Slippery Jim. It's all about misdirection. Make them look so hard at the shiny thing you're waving around.
Did they completely miss what's really going on? He even has this M3 robot with him that looks like a total idiot.
It isn't. It's packed with surveillance gear, hidden compartments, the usual. full of lethal and explosive goodies.
The whole arrival is pure theater. Lands a ship like a rock star, throwing 100 credit notes around, breezes through customs because everyone's just gawking at the Grand Duke.
Meanwhile, the robot's doing its real job. Sweeping rooms for bugs, disabling them, hiding gear like a gold helmet and a briefcase full of incriminating documents in its secret drawers. It's pure performance art.
So once he's established his cover, he switches gears, becomes Admiral Thar of the League Grand Fleet, breaks into the mansion of President Ferraro, the planet's leader.
Finds Ferraro's private stash of dodgy documents, enough blackmail material for a lifetime.
And confront them. Accuses him of everything: conspiracy, extortion, theft, the works.
But here's the clever bit. The robot. It's also a lie detector, a really sophisticated one. Measures skin temp, blood pressure, sweat, all of it.
And when Digriz grills Ferraro about his own corruption, his other little scams,
The robot goes wild. 74% of all statements, fake. Ferraro's definitely dirty.
but then the battleship question.
And the robot says clear as day. The subject has no knowledge of the battleship. All of his statements concerning the construction of this ship were true.
Whoa, okay, that is the moment, isn't it? Ferraro is crooked, yeah, but he's genuinely clueless about the battleship.
Totally clueless. Which means he's been played. He's a pawn in a much bigger, much smarter game. Someone else is pulling the strings, using his corrupt administration as cover.
So Ferraro's not the mastermind. He's just another victim, in a way.
Exactly. And once Digriz shows him the real blueprints and the robot confirms his ignorance about the ship, Ferraro flips. He becomes this reluctant ally. Suddenly, he's desperate to find out who's been using him, who made him the cat's paw.
So now you've got this uneasy alliance. The fake Admiral Thar, the actually corrupt President Ferraro.
And a bunch of his guards, yeah. They all tear off to the San Antonio space yards in the middle of the night. Time to talk to the shipyard manager, a guy named Roca.
And Digriz doesn't mess around. Slaps the lie detector on Roca, too.
Right. And starts asking very specific questions about things like meteor-repelling gear for operating in the planetary debris belt, which sounds innocent enough.
Unless you've seen the battleship blueprints, like Digriz has, and know that detail matches the gun turret specs perfectly.
And Roca. He confirms it. Says, yeah, the new gear was installed. And not just that, the drives, the controls, all the battleship-specific stuff, it's basically done.
Which is terrifying news for Digriz, because the official timeline said nearly another year of work. But no, the ship is ready, like right now.
You can just feel the panic. Digriz starts shouting, cars, guns, to the space yard. If that ship is anywhere near completion, we are in big, big trouble.
That cold sweat, totally justified. He figured it out, but maybe too late.
And yeah, they race there, sirens blaring, tires squealing.
Only to find empty spaceways. The ship is gone, vanished, just moments before they got there. Roca and Ferraro are just standing there, mouths open.
Digriz is furious, mostly at himself. He says he missed the obvious fact. This wasn't some local political scheme. Ferraro, Roca, the whole government, they were all just pawns.
He realizes this is bigger, smarter.
He smells a stainless steel rat.
Yeah.
Someone with a criminal mind as sharp as his own. A true mastermind. There's almost a grudging respect there, you know.
So the ship's gone. Now what? You can't chase it.
Nope. He switches tactics again, goes back to the records, dives into that paper tangle of bureaucracy. He knows the answer's hidden in there somewhere.
Looking for the puppet master.
Exactly. And he finds this incredibly delicate webwork of forgery, bribery, chicanery, and falsehood. He even admits it's the work of a mind as brilliantly crooked as my own.
High praise indeed.
And he follows the trail, orders for the ship, subtle changes, always authorized when the regular official was out, maybe sick, and who filled in? A temporary secretary.
Let me guess, the same one.
Every single time. A girl named Angelina. She'd pop up, push the battleship stuff through, then vanish just as the next person conveniently got food poisoning.
Unbelievable. So who is she working for? Who's the spider in this web?
Turns out the mastermind wasn't some shadowy off-world figure. It was Pepe Nero, his official job, assistant engineering designer, right there in the shipyard.
No way.
And his secretary, Angelina. Her illness is perfectly timed with her temp jobs elsewhere, manipulating the paperwork trail. Just the two of them.
They pulled off the whole thing, building a secret battleship under everyone's nose. Just two people.
Just two. And then the final kicker. They didn't just build it, they stole it. The ship. Fully automated, so no crew is necessary.
Wow, okay. A two-person crew flying a Warlord-class battleship. The sheer audacity is just staggering.
It's incredibly lean. No crew means no leaks, no witnesses, no one to betray you. It's the mark of a truly meticulous planner.
So Pepe and Angelina are out there with this planet killer ship. DeGriz gets a message from Inskip. I bet it wasn't friendly.
Probably not. The message is basically get the battleship or it's your neck. No pressure, Jim.
Right. So how do you catch a super battleship flown by a criminal genius?
That's the million credit question. DeGriz knows he can't just chase it through the void. Space is too big. He has to, as he puts it, set a thief to catch a thief.
Make them come to him.
Exactly. He figures Pepe isn't just a pirate. He's an egomaniac, maybe even psychotic. He doesn't just want loot. He wants an empire, a base, followers, the whole package.
Okay, so what bait do you use for an egomaniac who just stole the ultimate weapon and wants to be an emperor?
Something that appeals directly to that fantasy. DeGriz cooks up this massive disinformation campaign. He pretends to be some anonymous billionaire to found own world.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, he puts out these fake news releases, news articles, all over the galaxy using the Simon network for instant spread. They talk about this incredible luxury space yacht, the El Dorado, stuffed with luxuries to last 100 years, plus all the gear needed to set up a private world.
It sounds completely over the top.
It is. Captain Stang, the guy commanding DeGriz's actual ship, thinks he's lost his mind. Calls the news releases tripe, nonsense. He wants to just sound the alarm, call the Navy, do things by the book.
You can feel his frustration. He's dealing with Slippery Jim, after all.
But DeGriz explains his logic. Pepe's ship can lick any ship we have. He's too smart, too tricky. You can't beat him head on. But his ego, that's his weak spot. He thinks nobody can outsmart him.
And DeGriz is betting Pepe reads everything.
Yep. He needs intel for future targets, sure, but mostly for his ego, to track his own notoriety. DeGriz confirmed that the first ship Pepe hit, the Uggett's Dream, was cleaned out of all reading matter. Pepe grabbed the papers.
So the trap is set. Just gotta wait for the bite.
And the waiting is tense. Then the alarm shrieks. Pepe's hit again. Took out a Navy supply satellite. 34 dead.
Oh, man. That's brutal. Stang must have been livid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He basically tells DeGriz, if this plan fails, I'm skinning you myself.
Yikes.
But the attack, horrific as it is, proved DeGriz right. The supply ship docked there just 20 hours earlier. It carried newspapers containing the article about the fake billionaire in the El Dorado.
He took the bait.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Pepe couldn't resist the idea of snatching that ready-made world.
So DeGriz, aboard the El Dorado decoy, waits. Pepe's battleship shows up. What's the move?
Pure genius. Cure DeGriz. He lets Pepe get close, that magnetizes his yacht's hull right onto the battleship. They're stuck together. Then he reveals the El Dorado is packed with hydrogen bombs, armed and ready. If Pepe tries to pull away or board, boom, mutually assured destruction.
He turned his little yacht into a giant, inescapable bomb collar.
Precisely. Leverage. Then while Pepe's stuck, DeGriz slips aboard the battleship. He knows the weak points from the blueprints he studied, finds a way in.
And confronts Pepe Nero in the control room.
Face to face, the crime king. DeGriz gets the drop on him, gun pointed. It looks like it's over. He's won. Battleship secured. Mastermind caught.
But then, like, Angelina, the secretary, what happens?
She does this dramatic feint, rolls her eyes up and slides slowly to the floor. DeGriz keeps his gun on Pepe, doesn't fall for it, but it's a distraction.
She escapes.
Yep. While Pepe's being captured, she slips away in a hidden scout ship docked inside the battleship. Gone. DeGriz realizes in that split second he's been had.
Oh.
And that's when Pepe just breaks. Starts laughing, hysterically shaking. He spills everything. The whole plan, building the battleship, then stealing it, was hers. She pulled me into it, played me like an accordion. I fell in love with her.
Wait, she was the mastermind, Angelina.
The whole time. Pepe admits he even let her go, gave her the chance to escape as the Navy closed in. He says, I thought I would explode when she went into that innocence act. He was just a lovesick fool, completely manipulated.
Oh my God, that's a twist. So the guy DeGriz was hunting, the supposed genius?
Was just another pawn. Played by the quiet secretary nobody noticed. DeGriz, the ultimate con man, got conned. He captures the battleship, wins the objective.
But it feels hollow. Why did it taste like ashes in my mouth, he asks.
Because he knows the real architect of the whole thing got away. And he vows, the next time we met, things were going to be very different. He's already planning the rematch.
Wow, what a ride. From uncovering those blueprints to that insane chase, and then bam, that final reveal just flips the whole story. Makes you question everything you thought you knew.
It really hammers home how misleading appearances can be, doesn't it? All those layers, the freighter disguise, the peaceful planet, Ferraro's convenient corruption, Pepe playing the big shot. It was all camouflage for the real player. Angelina, it's a huge lesson. You know, look past the obvious. Don't underestimate anyone. Even the smartest crooks can get blindsided, especially by things like love or just plain underestimation.
It definitely makes you reconsider how you judge power and intelligence. The loudest person isn't always the one in charge. Sometimes, yeah, the quietest one is running the whole show from the shadows. Kind of a humbling thought, really.
So for you listening, maybe think about this. How do you ever truly figure someone out when they're a master manipulator, a master of disguise? And if the person you pegged as the ruthless villain turns out to be just lovesick and played, what does that say about the real genius, the one who got away? What kind of empire would someone like Angelina build? And how on earth would you even start trying to catch her next time?